Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here with the Nostalgia Critic, and well, here we're probably the last of the Sean Connery films here. It's The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And this is actually, I think, Sean Connery's last movie appearance before his death. Not sure if I'm right, wrong, let me know, but I think. But I remember watching a video that said this was actually his final film, but well, let's just go check it out and relive this one. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's check it out. Here we go.
Sham, I know you're bummed I took the Highlander 2 role.
Mr. Connery, you're one of the biggest stars in the world. You can make a few mistakes every once in a while. Your friend Michael Crichton already sent me a bounce back script. It's called Jurassic Park. You're the guy who owns the park.
That sounds too small. I want a ridiculous amount of money for it.
Well, Sean, if you're not willing to take a slightly smaller role, you may want to consider retiring.
Bullshit! I'm as snappy as my leotard and gendarmes.
You sure about that?
If the people want giant lizards, I got a role for them. A giant flying one in Dragonheart.
I think that would be extraordinarily dangerous.
Sham, you're a good
Sure,
boy,
boy.
and I don't like you. But you're a dumbass.
Harsh.
Shine me up for Dragonheart.
Alright, then.
Sham,
That didn't work.
that might not have been the best choice.
Well, you know
think?
when you...
Shut up. I have a role that's foolproof enough. The Avengers.
Ah, that's perfect. I hear Marvel has some major plans for movies.
Not that comic book crap. The 60s TV show no kid knows about.
I don't know, Sean. I got a script
Don't do
here
it,
called
man.
The Matrix. You play a mentor named Morpheus, and it's supposed to be really cutting edge.
Morpheus. That's what I named my leotard and gendarmes.
Must you always reference that?
Yes.
Yep,
Pass
you
on
did.
that Matrix crap. Sign me up for the event.
Yep,
Sham,
here we go.
Sham.
You done now?
Sham.
What? What?
Sham.
Yes,
Avengers didn't work out.
I kind of
You
think.
think?
But this one is a surefire hit. I'd bet my career on it. It's called The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Okay, look, Sean, I'll level with you. I have a script here for Lord of the Rings, one of the most famous books ever written. They're filming 3 movies all at the same time, something never done before in cinema, and they're offering
on.
you the role of Gandalf. You have to be an idiot, nay, absolutely insane to turn down a surefire blockbuster series like
And you're gonna
this.
turn it down, that's alright.
Sign me up for the League of Extraordinary.
Of course you
I
did.
think I should retire.
I think
You
you're an
think-
idiot.
Yep, agree.
Did you
Sometimes
keep the
it's...
same haircut all these years?
You did. Sometimes you just gotta know, like, okay, really it out. What was Jim's character? I'm curious now. Let's see if I can find that review. Go.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to.
Hey, Critic, how you
Some
doing?
people have a winning streak, others have a naked streak. Sean Connery has both.
Pretty much.
After years of being one of the most charismatic and attractive
Chicken
actors of all
nose
time, something finally started to crumble when he turned down several blockbuster hits and instead chose awkward avenues of awfulty. But the one so famously bad that he left acting shortly after is an angry abomination of assness, I like 8 words today, called The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
A movie that awesome, all of the time. In this case.
Based on the comic by Alan Moore, the guy who did Watchmen, directed by Stephen Norrington, the guy who directed Blade, and starring the guy who inspired the greatest Celebrity Jeopardy episodes ever made, how can this not be friggin' amazing? Well, it found a way, and folks have been regretting this extraordinary dumbhood for 15 years. Has it warranted all the hate it deserves? Well, if Connery
let's go find
decided
out.
he had one more film in him after this, I guess it can't be that bad, can it? Let's find out
Well,
for
let's go find
ourselves. This is the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Yeah, you know it's bad when a legendary actor, like, does see this film and be like, you know, I'm done acting. I quit. I'm done. Like, I can't make anything worse. Or something. I don't know. Or it's just more like, I can't possibly recover from this. Like, you know that's what happened, right? Just saying. Like, yeesh. Yeah, here we go. Let's begin.
Whoa, I guess that Disney merger didn't go as well as expected. They can survive Cleopatra, but not the mouse. An opening crawl says what every opening crawl says. No, really, you can replace them all with things suck. Some asshole might make it better, but things suck. It's easier than following the Phantom Menace text.
Mr. Tank?
Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to the starring credits when a goddamn tank is on screen. This is especially frustrating because it distracts from the police's brilliant tactical strategy. Well, if it didn't work once, better try it again. But I don't think you're asking polite enough. As a tank, it has to stop after you say halt a third time. You're gonna say halt a third time, aren't you? Yeah, you deserve this Wile E. Coyote death.
Pretty much.
Papers that one's coming. Like tweets back then, as Germany says 9 us, and the culprits are rounding up every textbook mad scientist to say every textbook mad scientist cliche.
The world. I want the world.
You know, can't one of these supervillains ever answer with kawaii? It wasn't the weather's nice. It's really all you need. I would identify more with the villain if he said he just wanted kawaii.
I'll take a while. Sorry to say
Well, I can see why they focused mostly on his eye, as the rest of him looks like a basement cosplayer who couldn't fit into his costume, so he grabbed whatever leftover scraps didn't have Cheeto dust all over him. Yeah, this is my dirty Destro mask, my dirty Spartan armor, and my dirty Cruella de Vil coat. I am Leonidas Cruella de Destro! Fear me! With Germany now attacked and Europe threatening to go to war, we logically cut to Kenya. As in, can you tell me why the hell I'm supposed to give a shit?
Where's Quartermain?
Ryan Gosling Affleck here is looking for a man named Alan Quartermain. And tell me if for a brain-dead second you would actually believe this is him.
Do I have the pleasure of addressing Alan Quartermain?
Nope.
Yes, you do, sir. Indeed you do.
Yes,
Sure.
that's it. And you want to know what I'm not into? Lying. I'm totally not into that.
Really?
If only we could figure out who the real Quartermain was. It could be anyone, even that Sean Connery-shaped man to the right.
The Empire needs you.
Do I need the Empire? I'm Quartermain.
Oh, movie. Got us.
Nigel is useful for keeping the story seekers at bay.
Is he? He looked pretty bad at it. This representative of the British government says he needs him because war is on the horizon.
Countries set at each other's throats, baying for blood. It's a powder keg. War.
With whom, exactly?
A world war.
And by world, I mean mostly Europe, which is pretty much the world to us.
Stories of...
Well, in a way, I mean... be surprised. I mean, world wars usually took place in and around Europe, which kind of was a major hub of the world at the time. Like, you know, you get the idea, right? I mean, if you want to escape things, I guess Kenya was a good way to go, since, well, no one's gonna bother there, I guess. I don't know. What would you guys do? Anyway, moving along.
Of your exploits have thrilled English boys for decades.
Really?
So many directions I could take that joke.
Mr. Murdoch, yes.
These assassins here shoot the wrong Quartermain. Christ, you could say a 5-year-old girl is Quartermain and they fall for it. And they have themselves a shootout. For a pretty skilled knifeman and a lot of Sean Connery to hit, that was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, no
Nothing
kidding.
like a wino impaling on a rhino.
God save yourself, you son of a bitch.
Hello, Britannia.
But there's one assassin left.
And never mind.
Do I smell bad?
Fearing the war will
Not
come
that
to
bad.
Africa, Connery agrees to help and is flown
Fast.
to London to meet up with the man in charge, M. No, that's not a James Bond joke. That's really what he's called.
My superiors call me M.
Even Connery has a look that's like,
Oh, dumb. I get it.
oh, you think that's bad?
Hey, you're the one that signed up for this movie. Like, if you did that phase, I'd be like, hey, you're the one that wanted to do this project. You could have done Matrix, Lord of the Rings, all of that. I mean, come on, dude, that was on you. Don't blame me. You're the one that chose this one. Sheesh. Honestly, I think it's sometimes at agents, you gotta be like, okay, dude, I'm trying to save your career here. Let me try to do more magic, huh? Oy. Anyway.
And listen to the joke that precedes it.
You made good time getting here.
Not as good as Phileas Fogg.
And you think
Really,
that's
Sosman?
bad? They have to spell it out to you, the dumbass audience, where it's from.
Around the world in 80 days.
Really?
Even that laugh, it seems to say,
We're making this kind of movie, huh? I should have mailed the script to the Marx Brothers.
Connery can barely even take the title being told to his face.
Newest generation of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
League of what?
No,
They
seriously,
say
when do
what?
we start filming the real movie?
We discovered these attacks are all the work of one man who calls himself the Phantom.
Very operatic.
God!
God damn
Is
it.
introduced to the League, first with Captain Nemo.
Alan Quatermain, Captain Nemo.
Rumor has it that you're a pirate.
And white, according to most movie versions.
Pretty much,
He's also
apparently.
greeted by the Invisible Man and Mina Harker, and seeing how M is played by Richard Roxburgh, who plays the villain in goddamn everything, I'm just gonna guess and say the M stands for Moriarty.
Would you
Yeah,
prefer
good.
Moriarty?
Don't even cut ahead. You know they're lame enough to do it.
Yeah,
What
no
in
kidding.
God's name is that?
I call it an automobile.
Okay, this isn't
Oh,
Dora the Explorer.
God.
You can say new
Automobile.
words at a regular pace.
Automobile.
Or car.
This is my first mate.
Call me Ishmael.
Jesus Christ!
Can we move
Hey,
on?
look, the makers of this comic were so embarrassed to be in it, they just sent their names. In fact, wait, Alan Moore isn't playing the villain? I think that's the
Wouldn't be
biggest
surprised.
twist so far.
What dumbass book are you from?
Mr. Dorian Gray.
Well, ask us to the question.
Okay, hi.
You're missing a picture, Mr. Gray.
And you don't miss a thing, do you?
Oh, sometimes.
Good scripts, for example. I miss those a lot.
Yeah,
So we go
no
from
kidding,
one
you
big
know?
building where we're sitting around talking to another big building where we're sitting
We're
around
just sitting around
talking.
talking.
Wee.
We all of us have traits useful in this endeavor. A hunter, scientist, even Skinner has stealth.
Cheers.
Oh look, we can see the drink go down his throat.
Ew. I haven't
We
worn.
see all the food and drink he's ever had then? Like, over the days or weeks, whatever? In fact, shouldn't we technically be seeing it turn into...
Stop! Stop!
Why are you making me think this movie?
Stop!
But Ivan the Black.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, is this prevalent? Like, come on, guys. You just kind of feel like, okay, really? Really? Like, at some point, you just gotta think, is this worth it? Anyway, move along.
That
Here comes
shows
the
up
bad
to
guy.
try and take out our heroes.
We give to you all special one-time invitation. Join me.
You know the mask is supposed to cover the ugly part, right?
Yeah, apparently
Connery
not.
gets a wink from someone who's on his side, though, and another shootout commences.
Ladder!
Ladder!
Ladder! Ladder! Henry, did you survive that ladder?
I will never be the same after that ladder!
Oh my god, this guy has a sword!
And all we have are machine guns!
And that's nothing compared to this guy's cane!
You know the stormtroopers defeated by the Ewoks are probably looking at these guys saying,
Like,
You know what? We did good.
yeah, no kidding.
What are you?
Yeah.
I'm White Prince.
I'm complicated.
Oh, that is so something White Prince would say.
Pretty much.
Reveals her power too, as apparently she's a vampire. From Dracula! I don't know, everything else is spelled out. Who's
pretty
this,
much.
sexy Don Quixote?
And you are? Special Agent Sawyer.
Oh cool, did you trick some
Console,
kids
okay.
to painting out the bullet holes from Dorian's suit? Where the hell those go?
Yeah.
You're in.
They travel to Paris to get one last recruit, Dr. Jekyll ripping off Van Helsing. Or
Or in
did
this
Van
case,
Helsing
Mr.
rip off this? You know what, they're both shitty movies, we all lose.
No
I'll
kidding.
give credit that the effects on him are legitimately pretty good, and I also like that Nemo's Sword of the Ocean actually looks like a Sword of the Ocean. You know, cloud sword, but still a sword. But most of the movie is just people standing around yapping. That would be too bad, except they're
Yeah,
not
some
even
fun,
talking
at
like
least,
they're
but no.
interested in what they're saying. These are the most famous characters in fiction. Each one of them has a book centered around them. Yet they all talk in the dullest of roars and the most mono of tones.
I was surprised you ultimately joined the League.
So it's clear, with Da Vinci's blueprints and enough explosives.
I mean to undo the flaws in my character.
Your past haunts you.
Don't know.
Page
Really?
Master developed these characters better. There's supposed to be a love triangle between Mina and actually
Jekyll?
everybody, but no one has any chemistry, even as friends.
He's gonna sink the whole city.
Yes, and spark off his world war.
And the
Where's the
biggest
passion in
insult
this?
is, as a comic book movie, think about what you can do with this idea. Maybe the vampire takes Jekyll's potion. Maybe Tom Sawyer can turn invisible. Maybe Nemo and Quatermain can invent some new kick-ass weapons. Combine these characters, work off of what they know, come up with some really interesting ideas. But nope, none of that is taken advantage of. They just
Barely
all sit
anything.
around and talk at a very low tone like they need a goddamn nap. They're supposed to have the chemistry of the X-Men, but they have the
Like
dozing
they're-
effect of NyQuil.
So he'll attack the conference by sea.
Thank you for your
Well,
contribution so
there's
far.
stuff. Okay. Jesus Christ. Christ.
Do something! Imagine
Thank
some
you.
of the greatest comic book characters of all time got together, and this is all they did.
Really? Just that chilling.
Is it a good book?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
What are you writing?
My memoirs.
Oh, I bet you led an interesting life.
Not really.
Oh boy.
Should we, like, talk about our
something? Yeah.
passions or our dreams?
Why?
Good point. Yeah, remember, like, come on.
Either of you see League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yeah, that sucked.
Yep. I'm just checking my emails. This is boring. Man, it's so paced. Like, I had time to check emails. It was so bad. Like, come on. Like, jeez. You hurry it up. Leave, hey. I mean, not their accent, but you get the idea. It's like that. It's like, jeez. I mean, at that point, it would be like, just... Hey. No, okay. Making something? No, okay. Like, seriously, like... Did no one tell them, like, we're supposed to be action heroes? At this point, this might as well be a drama. Like, a boring drama to that. Eesh. Moving along. Oh, my head. Man, I mean, at this point, how boring it is.
The League makes it to Venice to apparently stop a bomb that the Phantom is going to set off. No one will ever see us. Come on,
Really?
It's not like this thing can go underwater or anything. God, this is
Oh,
stupid!
wait.
By the way, have I gone colorblind, or is there not one spectrum of color in this?
Black and white now?
Goddamn fireworks have no color, and that's their only purpose, to go boom and have color! Maybe the Phantom is a genetic fusion of the villains from Rainbow Bright. You know that makes too much sense.
No kidding.
One bomb goes off, sinking a ton of Venice's buildings.
Get ahead of the collapse and destroy the next building.
We can interrupt the chain of destruction.
There'll be no room for error, but I tell you it could work. What are you talking
Will you
God,
just
even
go
when
and do it?
explosions go off, they just talk. It should be the friggin' League of Extraordinary Conversations. Except the conversations are boring too.
Pretty much. Here comes the
Get some planned
automobile.
action though, as the new device called
Automobile.
Remember, a device so new they say it like this.
Automobile.
Can be driven perfectly by Sawyer, who, despite never seeing one or being in one before, can pull a Fast and Furious trailer pretty quick out of his ass. No, I swear, this is the first time I've ever driven this automobile.
Pretty much. Whee!
He'll be fine.
Oh. How about now?
He'll be
fine.
Jesus Christ, he really is fine? Give him a scratch at least, I was half joking!
What the hell?
They stop the rest of the bombs as Connery hunts the Phantom down to a cemetery of his failed movie choices. Look, there's Medicine Man.
You see yourself as the brave John Bull, but you're weak.
You know, it's pretty funny him calling Connery weak when he's skipping away in fear like the naked guy from Life of Brian. You don't look like the image of strength here, buddy. You look like a missing hobbit dwarf. Boring, son of snoring. But it turns out the Phantom is the Phantom. That's right, it was M wearing a mask under a mask.
You don't know the whole thing.
You know, for a criminal mastermind, you really don't need to do a lot of this. You had a really nice place to hang out. There is literally no point in you going to all these places except to make monologues about wanting the world. In fact, I'm sorry, what's this guy's
What's your
plan
animation?
again? Well, the scratched audio recording, given a scratched film reference, despite it not being recorded on film, should explain.
And I've been true to the goals set to me.
War will come, sooner or later. As inevitable as summer into autumn. It is over. For you.
I think between this guy's Clinton eyebrows and his Peter Dinklage bonking lame Shatner voice,
I don't get it.
The world's hammiest magician act.
Even the League itself, there is no League. There never was. It was the rules that get me closer to my goal.
Am I over here? Or am I over
Over
here?
there.
I'm actually right behind you, just kidding. I was in front of you the whole time, but I fooled you for a second, didn't I?
Pretty much.
It appears he started this war because he saw war as inevitable anyway. Hey, here's an idea. Instead of speeding it up, why don't you goddamn stop it, you friggin' mastermind? Nevertheless, he wants to be the most powerful force when that war comes. So he steals samples from all the League. Jekyll's potion, Invisible Man's skin, Mina's blood, Connery's accent. He's got them all. It's a little hard to pay attention, though, as through all of this, Hyde is making faces in the mirror. Oddly enough, both figuratively and literally.
What fool reveals his stratagem before the game is over? While I've rambled on.
Yeah, no kidding.
I
He's
honestly
just
don't
mugging.
see how
Like,
making
what the hell you
faces
doing?
to the side enhances anything.
Yeah.
Especially after 20 minutes of it. Will you knock that off? You've been doing that the entire review!
Really?
Just doesn't see the necessity of it.
Not really.
I don't!
Same here.
Turns out M and Dorian left a bomb on the sub as well, leading to the most witty of parting lines.
Bon voyage.
I got that from a Captain Crunch box.
Oh boy.
The bomb goes off as we see why it was such a dumb idea to bring all these characters together. Because, well, they can work together to become even stronger. Yeah, why the hell didn't he just visit them individually to get the samples? They'd be less powerful without all the supernatural backup. Not that their acting gets any stronger when they're together. Congratulations, you win the Red Brown Awkward Scream Award!
Very much.
They obviously stop the ship from sinking and bring it up to the surface to figure out their next move.
Bon voyage, I just got it. Ha ha ha.
We're getting a signal.
Where from?
Morse code.
Well, duh.
Only an extraordinary gentleman would figure that out.
Morse code.
I'll even translate what it says. Dot 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 dot.
All ahead. Pull.
They're told where M is going and follow him in the submarine to his secret hideout. Invisible Man sneaks into his hideout to report back what he finds. Of course, being completely naked and somehow surviving the goddamn freezing cold.
How does that even work?
Ew, I saw snow on his dinghy. He says in the hideout there's a ton of tanks, Noculus subs, and metal supersuits being made to take over the world. Well, at the very least, we're promised a kick-ass climax of none of those tanks, none of those subs, and only one of those friggin' suits being used.
I'll bite your legs off!
But it's okay, because we get this weird shaving edit in the middle of the action. Of course, that's how we got rid of his mustache. It's all falling into place. Thank God they focused on that! I'll give credit that there are two cool things in this climax. One is this line.
We have trouble.
I call it sport.
That's just awesome. And the other is this guy. As far as I know, he was never introduced before, but look at him. He's the only guy having fun in this entire movie. It only gets better when he takes Hyde's potion and covers himself with it. This movie is doing everything right with this character. This is the exact weird-ass guy I want to take this potion in the exact weird-ass way I want him to take that potion, leading to holy shit, look at this! Why weren't we getting this movie the whole time?
No
You're not
kidding.
though, boring-ass conversations are on the way.
Do not move, Em. Or would you prefer Professor James Moriarty?
I prefer a surprise that actually surprises. Like just how bad Never Say Never Again was. But I guess this will do.
Yep, true.
Actually, no, it won't, but the movie's made.
Yeah.
M escapes while Dorian fights off Mia and clearly doesn't kill her, like that's nowhere near her heart. But she surprises us by pointing out that was nowhere near her heart.
This time you missed.
Oh, that's right, it's a man's heart in his stomach. If you were a guy, you'd totally be dead. She shows him a picture, killing him off, while supposedly the Invisible Man comes to help Sawyer.
It's okay, Skinner.
What makes you think I'm Skinner?
You sure?
What makes you think it was smart to tell him that? Dumbass, you could have had him dead in a second. Now he's just weirded out that there's two invisible schlongs in the open during this climax. Connery meets up with M and tries to finish him off.
Oh no, he has an S word.
There'll be others like me, Quartermain. You can't kill the future.
I can too.
Oh Lord, will the villain make it? Why are you making us concerned about him?
Yeah, the hell?
M reveals, though, that he has Connery's son, Sawyer. Yep, his son. They borrowed from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom book of weak-ass twists, and M gets the jump on him. Oh, Oh, I didn't know Batman counted as a fictional character you could have in this world. Lord knows I'd actually welcome an Austrian Mr. Freeze just to see someone smile. Sawyer finishes M off, but apparently can't save his out-of-nowhere father relationship in time.
May this new century be your son.
Wow.
And that happened.
And the main character's death seemed dull as shit. He doesn't look like he died. He looks like he was shown a clip of him singing from Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
She is my dear, my darling one, my smiling and big island.
So they bury him back in Kenya. Don't worry, I'm sure Dr. Frankenstein will drop by to whip him into shape.
I have long hidden away from the world. Now I wish to see it anew as the century turns. You're all welcome to join me.
Even the funeral in this is like, yeah, okay.
I know.
Cool. I miss him, I
Move on.
guess. But fear not, as apparently Kenyan shamans have cured death. Turns out the secret was dancing. Dancing cures death.
And fire.
Like and share? Yeah, the downside is he's reincarnated as a CG dragon and still can't sing. And that was the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Rough.
I'm sure it tried its best.
Your best. Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
I will go through all of Sean Connery's IMDb page. Everyone seems half awake. It's visually colorless. The effects are hit and miss. It's just an all-around boring movie. I can't say it's anywhere near the worst I've seen.
Could've been
Not
cooler,
even
but
close. It's just dull and uneventful. All of these characters are from the greatest stories ever written, but having them all together doesn't seem to make any of this work. That's gotta be some bad writing if you can't make them leap off the screen as they originally leaped off the page. And if anyone is foolish enough to do a sequel in the future, it had better look something like this. Now that'd be a final film for Connery to go out on. I'm the nostalgia critic guy, remember, so you don't have to.
Jeez. Well, I'm just glad that's finally over with, because, sheesh, I'm about to fall asleep during all that. Anyone else? Well, that's over and done with. Don't have to worry about the Sean Connery for a while. Till next time, like, subscribe for more. Let me know what you guys think of this movie. Adios.